Hi everyone, it's byCherryEnchantress. I'm here with another weekly reading and love message from your person. Alright, well, in keeping with Halloween, I decided to bring some villains out. And I have to admit that despite them being villainous, sometimes we're a little bit attracted to them for whatever reason. So we have choices of 3 villains here. We have Judge Claude Frollo, we have Captain Hook, my bae, and Jafar. So underneath each card will be a little bit of a pile, and then we're going to do some more live shuffle so you can get some live energy channeled messages from your person. Your person can be anyone from a crush to a twin flame. It's basically whoever you're really thinking about in the moment, and it's definitely in general having to pertain with love, romantic messages. But just see what, put yourself in the reading. Like, what do you want to get out of it? And let it speak to you. And if you pick a pile that's not resonating, maybe there's messages in another pile that suits you better. Or maybe this isn't your reading. But I do this every week, so this could be a week where they're just being quiet. Who knows? Or maybe this is their higher self speaking to you in a time when they aren't verbally speaking to you. So that's why I do this, because there's a lot of times when our person is out there being very silent, and we want to know what's going on with them. What would they say to us if they could say something right now? All right, everybody, so take a deep breath in. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's meant for you. 1, 2, 3. Let's begin. Okay, and you chose pile number 1 with Judge Claude Frollo. Yeah, he was a very interesting type, a little obsessive over Esmeralda. So let's see what cards we have with Frollo. We have the Hearth card, happiness in our hearts and homes. Who would have thunk? And we have the 2 of Pentacles. So this is like a real earthbound situation. I think what is most important maybe to your person has to do with the earthly pleasures, with home, with family, with material things. The heart of every home, the fire that unites, winter's warmth centers, stories, love, and delights. So this is about you being asked to look at your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burning brightly. Make relationships a priority. If there's conflict within your home and family, it's time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given at this time. That's a good one. So now the 2 of Pentacles represents... I like this deck because it gives advice from the dead. So we're in front of 2 aspects of the same thing that once united will be ready to fly, but not until a great transformation has occurred. The transfer, however, will be precarious and full of obstacles and worries. And the desire to conclude a situation that is currently on hold, such as a contract or financial project, could result in arguments or problems. So there could be some kind of home situation here where there's some kind of arguments, but I think in the base of it, it can be resolved, or it's something it could be the base of the matter for your person. They might be in a comfortable situation, but at the same time, it's also an uneasy situation. So the advice of the dead is moderate spending and acquisitions for the moment, and await a more favorable and clear moment to act. So that's important. See, the pentacles represent material energy, the concrete and physical world, where our body can experience things through our senses. And I feel like, you know, this coming out is, it's like a love energy, right? It feels loving, except that it's so focused on the material that something is still missing. So somebody's feeling the sense of, I feel like I have everything I want, but why is there something still missing? Okay. Let's see. Let's get some Lover's Oracle messages. All right, you have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. This is an interesting double message. Like, one, you can't take it with you, right? You can't take material things with you. So you could be building up a life of success and material, but you can't take it with you. At the same time, the memories that you share with people are very precious, and maybe there's somebody here who doesn't want to alter that in any way. They want only to make good memories. But it's hard when there's these conflicting emotions here. So let's see what else we got. I love these cards, they're so pretty. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. If this is you and you are feeling content and mostly content in a material situation, and yet you seem sometimes to get into arguments with somebody, there's got to be something there, a little bit more there, a reason why this is happening. It goes a little bit deeper. So it's not about judging yourself, it's just about observing yourself, and then see what happens when you observe your reactions, you know? The past is behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. What I like about this is going back to the power of now. So that might be something that you would like to look into. The Power of Now is a really great book by Eckhart Tolle, and it helps you focus on the moment. It helps you be an observer of who you are, and of who you are right now, right at this moment. Not worrying about the what ifs or the past. You know, like, I sense a lot of people get like that, where sometimes they have regrets, like, I could have done this and it could have turned out that way. You don't even know that for sure. You don't know for sure what would have happened. I feel like life is a mix of some things may be predestined, but there's so many more things that are just plain choices. And I feel like you should live your life like it's your choice, right? And not worry about what the path where it's going to lead you. Just follow it, enjoy it with pleasure, like every moment, one moment at a time. Let's see now what the romantic fairies have to say. See, you have the benefit of the doubt. Give your relationship a chance. And you have perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious ways. And you have you have love language, quality time. Be the witness to each other's lives. I feel one of the greatest healers in this situation is to actually physically spend some time with each other. It's funny, I kind of got that in my reading with Kino today. It's like all your problems would be solved. Not all, you know, but the basic obstacle in my situation personally felt like that. Like the obstacle is just, you need to spend physical time with this person. Sometimes these things build up, right? And it's a lot of it's almost like hype, you know. It's like too much stuff gets built up where you don't even make a move because so much is built up, right? but once you break past that and just somebody makes a first move, then it's like, oh, well, that wasn't so bad after all, and really, what was I worried about? And, you know, this issue is way smaller than I thought it was, and wow, you know, the solution's way easier than I thought. You know, I feel like too many of us building up a problem, making a mountain out of a molehill, you know, building up this problem, this monumental problem that we can't find a solution to because you don't even make that first attempt to try. Okay, so then you or your person have teasing energy but never actually follow through. And I mean, guys can do it too. You know, it's like, if you say what you mean to say and do what you mean to do, and don't lead on and then not follow through. I'm sorry to say, but that's true. I mean, there is that thing there, you know, like I totally get the flirting energy. When two people are in the same wavelength, when they know they're flirting because of the joyful and lighthearted energy it brings, that's fine. But when it turns into a deceptive energy, making promises you don't keep, that kind of thing, then it turns more into a tease where, is this ever going anywhere? You keep dangling a carrot in front of me kind of thing. So make sure that you're not in that energy, right? Or if you are, you know, acknowledge it, realize it. But I feel there is this sense that there is a greater, higher evolution here. Guided steps to great love. Follow the path of ascension. You are ascending. You might just be going through this little tease period, not knowing where it's headed, but it's heading up, okay? It's about to head upwards. All right, let me see now. What do we get next? Let's get to some messages. Okay, let's get some pink messages. We have, oh, I'm so lost right now. My heart is yearning for you. Often take the pink as the feminine, but it doesn't have to be. All right, let's see what the beige cards say. By the way, if you like this, you know, comparing the pink and the beige, I did a conversation between the masculine and the feminine, or yeah, or however you want to look at that. It doesn't have to be male, female. Masculine, feminine is usually how we connect, unless it's a friendship or platonic. Let's see what the beige cards want to say. So, I never knew what love was until you showed me. Sometimes people just feel that love is just so surprising, you know, it's so surprising. And it can put people off kilter a little bit, honestly. I mean, you think just throwing love at somebody would actually help things, but sometimes it scares people a little bit. Just keep that in mind too. But see, now they're in a better headspace. Maybe they at first were a little bit, you know, not put off, but blown away by your love. You know, like unconditional love can do that. You're like, wow, after all I've done, they still love me. And then, so that could be a possibility. Yeah. So, but because I feel like until you showed, you know, like I thought I knew what love was, but I never knew this kind of love, which is unconditional. Let's see how your person is feeling. How is your person feeling? Ooh, they're feeling encouraged. I will win your heart no matter what it takes. You're so precious to me. And excited, feeling the thrill like tooting my own horn. That means they're horny. And renewed energy. I don't know what's come over me, but I'm feeling so exhilarated and alive. And joyful. Feeling lighthearted when I'm with you. See, they just need to spend time with you. So they know the difference. The difference is huge. And bewitched. You have me under your spell. There is an irresistible mystery to your beauty. And some of us might take that as a great compliment and be like, yeah, cool, I'm bewitching. But at the same time, maybe somebody sees being bewitched as a scary thing. Like, I'm losing control now. You put a spell on me. And like, it's nothing I'm doing intentionally. But if you're mesmerized and bewitched by me, then you should go with it. You know, enjoy this feeling. It's a kind of like a high. It's kind of like just a peaceful, joyful feeling. But you know, you'll get the hang of this, the feels, the good feels, the happy feels, and not be scared of the happy feels, or they will get the hang of it and not be scared of it. Let's see. I don't know why I'm going on that. I guess because it started off like that, you know. It started off like having to make choices in a sense. And then this feels like also thinking about Kino's reading, so just bear with me. But I feel like there is a bigger message here for you. So let's see now, what is your Enchanted Embrace? Maybe they're singing you a song. That music playing in the background almost sounds like Once Upon a December. This seems all like a fantasy and illusion. That's one of the main pivot points of some of these connections. Like, they can't make it real because they haven't done anything in you know, the 3D. They haven't spent enough time with you physically, and they need to do that. So let's see if they will, because they're encouraged. Yeah. I don't know if it's, let's see if it'll get into the physical, if there'll be any dating. I can't help falling in love with you. I knew that one was going to come out. Was Vinse. And that goes really good with the bewitched. It's like, you have me under your spell and I can't help this feeling, you know. And maybe they're trying to help it, but they can't help it. Maybe they feel foolish, but not in a good way. Like, we all in the tarot community look at fool as a good thing, like being, you know, having faith and being brave and having courage. But some people see being a fool as being somebody to be mocked or ridiculed. Ooh, like hunchback, right? Maybe this represents society and your person is like the hunchback and he doesn't want to feel the fool. That's a very important word in the Hunchback of Notre Dame's story, because he, you know, people used him all the time to laugh at him, and he never wanted that. He didn't want to be a fool. He wanted to be just a regular person that treated like anybody else. So yeah, but you are the woman of his dreams, if you're a woman, or if you're a feminine, so you can have faith in that. All right, let's get a little cherry on top, and let's see what your characteristics are. You have earth, strong, air, open-minded, and fire, playful. Ooh, let's get some charms now. Got my big spider out. Also had an interesting spider message that I'm very protected, and one of my familiars could actually be a spider, and I had no idea. I was thinking, you know, you might be onto something, because I actually had, there was one year that this spider would weave a web right at my carport almost every morning before we left. It was like almost like protective, overnight protection, like a dream catcher, like a spirit catcher, you know. It's like I'm weaving this big web around. It's almost like it wasn't around the whole house, but you know, it was at the significant part of the house. The carport was an entryway where we parked our cars and we're in and out, in and out. And this spider did it every day. Like, we would all leave for work and stuff and have to unfortunately break the web because just walking through it, and then that spider would weave it all over again. It was just kind of sweet, and I actually kind of thought of it as, wow, this spider's actually protecting us, you know? And I see that, I feel that too. Like, there's sometimes in my corners around the house, and if I have a chance, I'll scoop them up and put them outside, but you know, I don't mind living with the spiders. They don't cause too much trouble. Alright. Let's see. Oh, got Tinkerbell. So you have the number 4. So your lucky number here is 4, or something having to do with 4. It could be 4 wands, or 4 of pentacles savings, or something with 4. We have, or choose number 4 when it comes to picker cards. I didn't have 4 this time, but we have Christoph. We have the Eiffel Tower. This represents for me, it represents like you being a transmitter tower, like sending a signal to the universe of what you desire when you're manifesting. And it'll come through like pixie dust, that final magic to make your dreams come true, to help you to fly. You have the rainbow with the eye. For whenever the rainbows come out, I definitely think of the LGBTQ community, so that's kind of a shout out. That lightning bolt definitely feels like a major change in your life. It has kind of tower energies, but because it's so bright and happy, that it's not going to be one of those things that harms you. It's just going to be a happy change, you know, a good change. And there's an eye. I feel like that could be your third eye, or like the all-seeing eye, like not in a bad way like Sauron, but but in a good way, like your third eye opening up, or angels and guides keeping an eye on you, or you guys keeping an eye on each other as well. Then we have the tree of life, or ancestry. Like this month specifically, whenever the tree comes out, I think of ancestors and how you guys should definitely make like a little altar to your ancestors, because they're working overtime to help with your love relationship. Then we have USA. We have somebody who's tall and beautiful. Definitely talk well about yourself. Don't put yourself down, because you are beautiful or very handsome. And you're tall and strong and healthy and wise and loving. All those things, you know, constantly say those things to yourself. You have the owl of intelligence, intelligent communication here. So it's not going to be like lighthearted gossip. It's going to be some like deep talks, good talks. You have the number 12. Let's see. What's today? Oh, that was yesterday. So maybe next month in November, or maybe that has to do with December, something specially happening in December, or something happening in 12 days. Or some of you might resonate with it in other ways. I love the bat too. That's really good for Halloween and this season. The bats also get a bad rap like spiders do, but bat talks about nighttime activities, and maybe sometimes your best work will be at night. So if you're having a sleepless night, you know, sometimes you can take advantage of it and get a little work done, or meditating done, or use the magic hour for special rituals and things, you know, or go out and have a good time. Yeah. We have the heart of peace, and we have the plane for traveling, and shore, and ballerina slippers. So if you're not like a dancer, maybe you can go dancing, or maybe you dance like nobody's watching. Just dance in your living room. Maybe this has to do with some people's professions though, so it's like a go for it kind of thing. Keep dancing. It's a point shoes too, like, so tippy toes, stay on your toes. And the shell is like a sign from the universe. Did you know that if you put a shell by a window or door, it's supposed to attract money in? So put that shell, I think if you turn it that way, and it's kind of like an open vessel, it's meant to attract money into your home. But there's all kinds of things that the shell can represent. It's also this kind of kind of like a telephone to the sea, to nature, and there could be some message there for you. So sometimes if we stumble upon a shell, just kind of look at it in a different way and see what kind of message would there be for you in that shell. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna stop right there. I think I got it all, and go ahead and move on to the next pile. You're definitely welcome to watch all 3 piles, because sometimes there's a bigger message. I never know what's going to happen next, but last week definitely was a progressive kind of story. So definitely see what's up next. And if not, then I hope you like that, or you can choose another one that may resonate better. Either way, I'll see you at the next pile, or have a great rest of your day. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Alrighty, you chose Captain Hook. I would say out of all the villains that I had available there, he's like the cutest. I mean, I think so anyway. Alright, let's see what your cards have to say. So you have the Lamp and the 2 of Cups. So the Lamp is talking about remembrance. Remember me. Remember me. So I light a single candle within a lamp for you, a single flame in the darkness that reflects my heart so true. Oh, that's nice. So that's already a good message. Whilst it is a tradition to carve a jack-o'-lantern to scare away the spirits, it was an older tradition to light a candle or lamp on Halloween night and leave it at the window as a loving guide home for those who have passed, both as a symbol of remembrance and also as a kind of leaving the lights on for those who may wish to come home. The lamp was left on to illuminate the night and perhaps even the sadness that was felt because of the passing. This card reminds us that it is a positive thing to remember those who have passed, for celebrating their life rather than mourning their death. For those with whom we did not have an easy relationship, or even those we did not like, leave us with valuable lessons. Sometimes we learn more from our nemesis than we do from our friends, and so the darkness can illuminate our strengths and our true values so that we can live them more clearly and fully. That's very beautiful. And my dad, he was full of life, I'll tell you that much. When he was alive, he was a diva, and he was a beautiful singer and actor and all around amazing person, but he had his dark side and he had his issues. And it's funny, after death, how light he's become in my life. You know, he's on my spirit team, and he's so different now. I like it so much. It's a very protective energy, and it's none of the selfish energy he had on earth. It's all full of kindness and selflessness, you know. So keep that in mind, just because, you know, you might have a certain memory of how they were on earth, but realize once they go through a transition phase, they also become a little bit different. They become more spiritually aware for that rebirth in whatever next life it is, you know. So it's kind of a given a benefit of the doubt. That's for your ancestors, though, in a sense. But it's interesting how pile number 1, if you're carried over from pile number 1, how we had the tree and the charms, which made me think of remember your ancestors, you know, build an altar or something like that for them. So I'm reminding you again, for some of you, and for the first time for the rest of you, to do some kind of remembrance thing for your families that has passed on. Oh, I'm like, what is that? I thought that was my music, and I forgot to turn back on my music. So as far as your love is concerned, though, like, maybe you are in the midst of, you could be a little bit deeper than a crush, let's put it that way. Maybe you're in the midst of some ancestral healing, you know, between the two of you. if you're soulmates or twin flames, that's very likely, very positive aspect of your relationship, and it's very appreciated by your ancestors, and like they might be shining down on you and thanking you for that. So as far as the Two of Cups is concerned, I think most of us know what that means. In fact, the Two of Cups came out in my TikTok reading, so maybe you were guided here next, and when that card came out, you were my Two of Cups. Maybe it was meant to come out, meant for you to choose pile number 2. Love is imperative of this card. Passion, a strong connection of reciprocal exchange and attraction, affection, complementary, and comprehension. It can signify the gestation after accumulation. So the dead is just giving you this advice. Gain well-being and happiness when you have rightly accumulated it, but also when you have received and prepared for the next steps to take. That's an important point here. Like, so yeah, there's somebody you want in your life, but have you seen past that picture of have you seen past just the being together and the whole life together, you know? So some of you might be in that graduation phase of maybe getting engaged, and so now it's a time to see of your life together. What's it gonna look like? Or if you're manifesting your twin flame or somebody, don't focus just on them being in your life, you know, just the arrival or the meeting, but also consider the life, you know, what will happen next. So I think that's a good thing. And it's kind of like, I feel like the lamp for the romantics here, for romantic relationships here, represent memory, remembrances, but also giving a benefit of the doubt, you know, like opening up. So let's see what the Lover's Oracle has to say about it. Lover's Oracle. I had some of them turned the wrong way. Here you go. What is the message here for you? You have sacred union, see? Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, oh, that one looks, I think that one's passion, right? You think? Yes. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. And yeah, definitely enjoy it. Don't be scared of it. You know, give into it. So we had that Frollo who's all give in to the passion, the fire, the flames, and all of that. And that could scare some people away, you know. But this pile is all about, you know what? This is based on love, so you can give in to the passion too. If it's a sacred union, give in to the passion. Let's see what else. All these good cards are coming out. You have forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. This is very important. And also, I feel like don't waste your energy on imagined future events. The future is only your imagination. The past is a memory. The past is a memory. The future is an imagination. So live in the now. Don't keep projecting on the what ifs. Live in the now, in the present. Live every moment like, you know, just savor it. Just savor those moments. And then let spirit guide you in the direction that seems right for you. Or be a co-creator with spirit, you know. A little bit is your choice and a little bit is spirit's choice. But it shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be like micromanaging the universe and trying to force a particular outcome, because maybe you don't have all the, you know, maybe you don't have it as right as you think you do. Maybe it's time for you to just take a deep breath, enjoy that moment, and let God, let spirit, let the universe guide you to the right next moment, and it'll work out, right? And if you're feeling discomfort in a certain place, that's usually a sign to move away from that discomfort. Maybe sometimes, you know, sometimes we have to live through a certain discomfort period. But, you know, we had that kind of vibe in pile 1. Now I feel like you're entering into more of a rewarding energy here. You're forgiving, you're connecting, you're feeling this union, you're feeling the passion towards each other, and you're staying focused on the now. So, like in pile 1, I recommended the Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, so I recommend that to you too. It's a good book, and it helps you stay in the moments. And sometimes it'll give you a good observation for yourself, but without criticism or judgment. It's just helping you to see why these things, why these reactions happen, why these triggers happen, why you project into the future, you know. Where are the fears coming from in the first place? All right, let's see what the romantic fairy has to say. We have bonding. See, we need some bonding. As you get to know each other. So pile 1 was all about spending time, but pile 2 is now you're getting really to know each other and discover many things in common. And let's try this again. That was a clump. If they come out again, I'll accept them, but I like it better when they come out one at a time. Okay, here's one that came out. The universe is talking to you. Signs and clues. That's what I'm saying. The universe will guide you to your right next step. You have to pay attention to the signs, though. All right, and you have fearless love, a courageous leap into the unknown. So this is going to require some courage here. And I felt, we talked about the Fool in pile 1 and how I see the Fool as being courageous and full of faith and leaping. And some people see the Fool as being foolish and somebody to be ridiculed and mocked. Well, this could be now you realizing, I'm not the fool that's ridiculed. I'm the fool that's honored because I'm brave and I'm taking that leap. And yeah, falling in love, sudden feelings that this is the one. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So now let's get some messages going. We're going to start with the pink ones. So you can like designate them to masculine, feminine if you like, or just take it any way you want to. We have, I miss you more than it seems. And let the old me go and see the new me. And don't forget about me. See, remember me. And don't forget about me, but forget about the past. Forget about the wrongs of the past on either side and start fresh. Always start fresh. Forgive and forget and start anew. Let's see what the beige cards have to say. Okay. You are my weakness. You are the one that I want to be with. You're my angel. Everybody likes that one. I want to be called angel one of these days. All right, let's see now. How is your person feeling? So, crush to twin flame, but honestly, this one actually, the Sacred Union card makes me feel like this is definitely a high level soulmate of some sorts. Let's see, how are they feeling? Wait, you also got encouraged. So they're still feeling encouraged from pile 1. I will win your heart no matter what it takes. You're so precious to me. And, ooh, they're feeling in love. Didn't that come out also before? Oh yeah, twice, falling in love. Cupid's arrow has struck and I fall in love over and over. So if you already feel in love with this person and you're leveling up and you're going to get engaged, it's just kind of this confirmation that your love never is dying. You're always going to feel this renewed. You're always going to feel like you're falling in love again with this person. Yeah, I just feel like that. It's a beautiful, this is one pattern that you're going to like about your relationship. That as soon as you feel like, oh, maybe you're not connecting like you used to, suddenly something happens and you're falling in love all over again. Okay, let's do 1 or 2 more. Okay, maybe not. Maybe 2 for pile 2 was enough. Well, is that enough? Okay, oh, you also got bewitched from pile 1. You have me under your spell. There is an irresistible mystery to your beauty. Whereas in pile 1, I kind of got this feeling of, eek, you know, like, I'm losing control, you're bewitching me. Now I feel like it's acceptance. It's like, ah, yes, this lovely bewitching feeling. It feels so good. And you have, it's like an adventure for them. Fly me to the moon. Let's go into the unknown together. I'm ready to try new things with you. Do you trust me? So you're both, like, now your person trusts you and they want to see if you trust them back. Let's fly together, a whole new world, something like that. I guess that's good. Anything else? I'm getting a lot of good cards. I got loved, I got pleased, I got a lot of cards popped out, but I think we're gonna stop right there. And let's get some Enchanted Embrace messages. What's the Enchanted Embrace message here? So, are they singing you any song? Let me be your wings. Let me be your only love. Especially, I like, this is a really good song. It's a little cheesy, yes, but in the bigger picture, being somebody with wings is a very sweet thing. It's like when you've fallen and you can't get up, or you feel broken, or you feel down, I'll be there to continue flying. It's like the leap of faith. And when you're jumping and say like, oh dang, my wing won't come out, my parachute won't come out, something, you know, I can't make my flop won't flop, you know, I can't keep myself suspended up in the air. And here he comes, or she comes, keeping you afloat, keeping you up there. You know, they're like your lifesaver, even through the hard times. So being your wings is a good thing. And by the way, I'm making wings, so that's I love that. I feel you in my bones, and you are wonderful. Aw. Okay, so now let's see what is the cherry on top, our characteristic cards. This is all good. That's why it's the cherry on top, because there's no negative in the characteristics. But let's see what comes out more. You know, we've got water sensitive, water romantic, earth chivalrous. I love chivalrous and romantic. Sensitive, these are my favorite. Strong is, these are all my favorites. I always say that though. But yeah, like strong enough. Are you strong enough to be my man? Yep. And playful. Very good. I like those. All right. So now let's get the big spider out. For more information about spiders, check pile 1. I was really going off on the whole spider analogy. But yeah, you can watch just the end part of the charms. Maybe sometimes that also is an option, you guys. You don't always have to watch the whole reading. Maybe there's more messages in the charms of every pile too. especially if you're a charm lover. Okay, so first of all, we have the marble that represents earth, which is nice. It usually, earth represents to me like a physical union, coming together in the body, and also just plain being connected physically, and all the grounded physical things that are good. See, we feel like I had a little bit of an overabundance of that materialistic energy in pile 1, but this one seems nicely balanced. But I feel like, you know, keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds kind of vibe here. You got Shiner, Texas. It could mean something having to do with Texas, or something with having to do with shiny. It also could represent specialty and beard. Or like those letters could also be something. Yeah. We've got the hanger, to me represents upgrading your wardrobe and or hanging in there. We have the imaginative Cancer. We have Ariel, who's not losing her tail and she's speaking her voice. And we have the wine bottle, which means a celebration coming up. We have the Pentacle times 1,000. This is the diamond in the rough, not in the rough anymore, but this is like the diamond cluster. It's like when you just have so many pentacles, it just turns into this big cluster of diamonds. So abundance and wealth. Oh, you got name. Okay, can't forget to get some Scrabble. Name, sure, idea, USA, happy, cool. You know what? So I don't forget, I'm gonna go ahead and do your Scrabble right now. Let's do some letters. We got O, E, A, C, A. And you got the heart. So that's love. CIA. I feel like if you see somebody's initial, then that's a sign. If you don't. This is just a little added extra thing for anybody that might need it. But it can also represent, we've got like CIA investigating something, and then we also have ace. Ace, like anything that has to do with an ace. And ace to me is like like the #1, like ace detective, ace pilot, always represents somebody who is at the top of their rank, you know. And then the aces in tarot represent beginnings. So that's, oh, we also have ice. Interesting. Okay, so there's that. Then we have the car, could be some traveling here. The world, like short amounts of traveling or dates. We have the world. And I'm gonna sit down now. I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. I need water. Yeah, I need to get some water. And then we have the chandelier, which goes good with the wine bottle. So that could represent, you know, more of this dancing, celebrating, going out, something like that. Somebody kind of got mad at me for talking about going out, and you know, definitely I'm not telling you go out and go against your basic nature, you know, or your common sense. If you're having a bad situation in, you know, where in your whatever part of the world you live in, because I'm reach a lot of people all over the place, not just the United States, but all over the world, and there's some people who are pretty much back to normal, just saying, you know. So it's not really fair of me to say, oh, be careful, where you know, and it's not even my job to do that. You have your own common sense to know what's right and wrong for your personal situation. But yeah, I mean, with all, and the other thing about these readings are, yeah, this is the weekly reading for this particular time period, but not always. You know, sometimes you're going to stumble upon this on the future, and it could be the future where you might not even know what the heck I'm talking about, you know? Come on. So that's why I don't really focus on world events too much, but I'm just saying, in the context of it, just be careful, you know, do what you feel is right for you. And then we have, and also, let's just say, celebrations can also happen virtually and online and things like that as well. And you're protected. Either way, you're protected, okay? And you have 15, and you have Christmas here. So something could be happening this week, but definitely this is a clue that your end of the year is going to be really nice as well. A lot of music. You have hope and more world stuff though. So world issues could be affecting you, but at the same time, you could be connecting really strongly with people through work or your love relationship. I even got that on my reading with Kino, and it felt so profoundly true. You know, like I started crying because I felt like, yes, we have a mission together and it's meant to heal the world. I just know it. And you know, I guess we have to just do what we can do separately for now, but eventually I think it's meant to be that we do this together, that we heal the world. So we have grace. We have this wheel of love, 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 love. I like this one because, see, of all the wheels, this one says love all the way around. And yeah, that's about, you know, patterns and cycles. And it could be about Mercury retrograde or other cycles, lunar phases and things like that. But you're going to be going through a really good love cycle, so have faith in that. You've got the palm trees, so it's like vacation and relaxation, seashells, messages from the universe. You have the cross, having faith, and using, you know, like your faith is your own, you know, like you don't have to be a witch or a pagan or anything else. You can be totally Christian, Catholic, or any other religion, and, you know, follow those rules and have your peace and have your beauty in your life. And here again, you're safe. You have I feel like you have a lot of angelic, spiritual, and protective energy around you. And you're very beautiful. Something's going to be happening like really quick. Like once it gets into motion, it can't stop. Like a steamboat, it's just going to go, go, go. And then we have love. And the wreath makes me think of Six of Wands, like someone famous or being recognized, or the beloved. Yeah, so, and like somebody who's riding their horse into your town, so to speak, you know, like an arrival of somebody that everybody loves, who's somebody popular, somebody beloved. And look, you got 2 again, so like this is definitely your pile. 2 of Cups, pile 2, and it takes 2 and 2 to tango. And then you have the mittens, could represent Christmas time, but I feel like, or winter, but I also see when the mittens come out, it's like gloves of all sorts. Like it could be like, they also kind of look like, you know, oven mitts, you know, so be sure to put your oven mitt on when you take stuff out of the oven. Be sure to wear gloves when you're dealing with toxic chemicals and things like that. Whatever the job that you're doing, even if it's, you know, like mowing the lawn or something like that, you might want to put some gloves on so you don't make any blisters or whatever. Spirit's just saying, hey, watch out for your hands. And those of you who don't want your hands to look old, you know, definitely put your sunscreen on, or put like a little overnight glove to soften them for the morning, you know, stuff like that. And the Taj Mahal here for people in India or wherever. Yeah, it's just about, it could be about locations and meeting places and community. And it could be, again, about faith and churches and chapels and synagogues and things like that as well. All right, well, I hope you guys like that. If you like that, give it a thumbs up and feel free to comment. Let me know if you picked more than one and which one resonated and how it resonates with your life. And I'm going to move on to number 3, and you're welcome to join me because there could be a bigger story for you in pile number 3. So I'll see you there, or see you later. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Oh, hey. And you picked number 3 with Jafar. Jafar, your mustache is so twisted. Alrighty. So, psych. Jafar, Jasmine doesn't like you, okay, honestly. Anyway, so we have the skull of flowers for you, creating through the ashes. And the lovers. Alright, so let's see what kind of energy we have. I like the creating through the ashes. I feel that kind of I mean, all skulls have kind of a death reference, but this one may be a little bit more so than the other ones. But I love the flowers. Last year I went as what do you call it? Santa Muerte. I went as the Lady Death, you know, the Spanish, the Mexican style, and it was really fun to dress up like that. And I had flowers, and so something you might like to try. I recommend it. This year, I guess. So far, I haven't gone beyond Faery weekend. So, all right. So, to blossom and bloom, the work must be done. Through fire and ashes, our fortune it comes. Before flowers are born, they are sweet buds on a plant that came from a smaller form like a seed or a bulb. The seed needs prepared, nourishing soil to grow to its potential. Some plants and trees only seed after fire or a period of extreme adversity like a drought or a flood. Sometimes we wish for a life different from the one we have, and that can mean radical change. Sometimes to have that new life, everything falls apart to make it so, and that can be uncomfortable for sure. We may lose a relationship, or they may change. We may lose a job, have to move house, or become ill. All big events that lead to a reassessment of the how of our lives. I'm going to interrupt myself here for a second, though. Pile 1 was kind of like this, about changes, you know, and having, you know, being brave and facing, you know, this step that might be uncomfortable, but yet it will bring you the greater fortune, the greater good, the greater goal, the most authentic you. And then pile 2 was kind of like the reward pile, you know. It was like, this is pile 2 almost feels like the final outcome compared to this one anyway so far, but it's all about, it felt like more like an engagement or leveling up or having faith that, you know, you're allowed to level up. That where the fool felt like being foolish, now the fool feels like having faith and taking that leap and knowing that that person will be there to catch you, and that spirit will be there to catch you as well. So now we're kind of going back to what it means to transform. Also, it came out that you have to sort of visualize when you're manifesting. Don't just plain visualize, oh, this person, meeting this person, or this person coming into your life, or that the person, you know, bumping into, you know, like just that first phase. Visualize the whole picture. Sometimes you have to just kind of see what would it mean to just like actually live with the person, or be with them, or have a life with the person. And you know, to be honest, it might take some of you a lot of transforming to get to that point, and maybe a little bit of upheaval and discomfort, to say the least. But you know how it is after you make some big changes in your life. Then once the dust settles, everything gets a little bit better. It's a leveling up. We saw this ascension kind of thing happening in pile 2. So, but it's not up to us to figure out the how. You know, the second phase, The faith, then we had the faith. The trust is surrendering the how. That's sometimes the hardest part for people, just being in the present moment, in the now, and then surrendering how we're going to get to the fairy dust, to fly to that next phase, you know. So the Skull of Flowers illustrates that there is a sureness and yet a rawness to creating again, to starting afresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from so we can build what we really want, rather than just settling for less. The Skull of Flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. Yeah, and one of my favorite transformation type, you know, things to watch is the Fantasia 2000 with the fairy and the stag, and how she faces the fire, the volcano fire dragon, whatever the heck it is, and everything gets burnt up, but then things rise out of those ashes even better than before. And I feel like that's exactly what can happen, and I think globally too, like with each other. We may go through a really rough period together, universally and connectedly, but it's all, I feel it all going to turn into something better and more beautiful. All right, so let's see now what the Lover's Oracle has to say. And yeah, death can represent 8th house and Scorpio energy and sexuality. So you have, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. You both deserve, you know, it's not feeling, it's kind of a catch-22, right? Like you feel like you want more, and when you feel that way, you're like, oh, but this is wrong. I should just be happy with what I have. And so then you're happy with what you have, and then, but you still kind of get this nagging that there's something else. It's okay to feel that way in a certain extent, like, you know, but the truth is, you know, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but there's certain feelings and thoughts that you shouldn't dismiss or ignore, and maybe you should see them through. Like maybe it is a sign from the universe or something that universe is trying to show you, because something that you deserve, that's meant for you, this life, you know, meant for you to discover. Let's see what else. So you also have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. See, we had that. Okay, so sorry you guys, but you're going to get some kind of shake-up. But just know that the outcome, you're going to have the star afterwards. After the tower, there's the star. After the shake-up comes your true bliss. Let's get one more. This reading was making me feel lightheaded. I'm not sorry if I'm up and down. And these cards are not shuffling like, okay. Oh, you got soulmates. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. For those of you who don't have that, you also get a message for you. I'm thinking about you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Isn't that sweet? You also got surrender. So I think that's very appropriate to this phase. This is about surrendering and letting go of the how. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and it all will work out. It will work out. I promise you. It will work out. Okay? I think there's just a lot of people who are like, I haven't seen any evidence. I don't see the evidence. Oh no, I don't think this is going to work. I am one of them. It will work out. That's always, you know, and that's all, you know, it's funny because that's exactly what I tell myself too. It's all going to work out. It will. Okay, so let's see now what your romantic fairy has to say. Okay, right away we've got, ooh, rekindle. An old flame returns. Or this could be, you know, some leveling up of a current flame. A renewal, a rebirth of this. Oh, the flame. Something rising out of these ashes that you've been sitting in. Maybe you already had a tower moment and you've just been sitting in the ashes and you're wondering, okay, when are these flowers going to bloom? All right, your love language is gift giving. Tokens of reciprocity hold cherished memories and quality time, like pile number 1, right? Be the witness to each other's life. Oh yeah, because pile number 1, this was the key. Similar to Kino's reading, the key is actually physically spending time together. You are worthy. Your worth doesn't depend on the other person. And forgiveness. Allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. There you go. See, don't dwell on the past. Only focus on the present, the now. The past is a memory. The future is a dream, is an illusion. It's made up. Like, why, I don't know why we put such a high emphasis on the future, but we're all like, we make up this story. If I do this, this, and this is how the future's gonna be. Like, how do you know even? How do you even know? Like, have you, you know, that's the thing. I think people compare themselves to other people's scenarios and assume that they'll have the same outcome, but maybe not. My dad just gave me the eye. Anyway, if you want to see what I'm talking about, he told me, drink some more water, but he's giving me the eye. I have him near me. He's one of my spirit guides, so I have him by my side. And also my mom, but she's alive, so party. She turned 80. Doesn't she look good for 80? Kidding. All right, so let's see now. Let's get some messages. So I'm gonna go with the pink. Okay, nothing wants to come out. Come on, you. Definitely watch my TikTok video. It has conversation between the masculine and the feminine. My past is catching up to me. Interesting. A little bit too much focus on the past, but that's okay. Loving you is all I want to do. Let's do one more. I'm just off the top. It's not you, it's me. Okay. It's kind of, I know it's a cliche phrase, but at the same time, it's sort of refreshing to hear that, you know? It's like, all right, well, I guess I'll just wait and until they're ready to do whatever they need to do, you know? Look what you got on the bottom. Let's see what the beige ones have to say. Okay, sit down for the beige. Sometimes this can be like the masculine responding. Don't leave me. We had that one come out too earlier, I think in pile 1. This one's really connected to pile 1, I feel. I feel like pile 2 could definitely be a standalone pile, but they all could be a big picture story for you. Like 2 comes after, like this. Got 1, 3, and 2. And definitely can watch videos like that. You know, when you choose them, you don't have to choose them in the same order. Oh, the Will You Marry Me did come out after all. Wow, I didn't expect that. You Have Been in My Dreams was also in pile 1, I think, or 2. And this time, when I come back, I'm here for good. This time, I won't lose you. All right. So let's see now how they are feeling. How are they feeling about you or themselves or the connection? Let's see. Definitely feeling at least a high level soulmate here. You got, ooh, they're feeling passion. I feel a strong drive to take you in my arms and get naughty with you. They got a little bit of uncertainty, insecurities, I guess, but they need time. That's what they're asking for. Let's see what else. Ooh, you got anticipation, looking forward to what's next to come, eagerly awaiting the results and the rewards. I think I had coffee and then tea, and I didn't have any water. Okay, so yeah, definitely feeling like a little dehydrated. Sorry, you guys. Don't mean to talk like that. Adventurous, fly me to the moon. Let's go into the unknown together. I'm ready to try new things with you. Do you trust me? Very nice. And so let's see what they might be singing to you. We've got, I'm sorry I couldn't get to you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. So there's some remorse for something, but they definitely want to stay connected to you. I want to feel your touch. I will love you to my dying day. You are mine. They got this possessive quality about you, so you better not go with anybody else. I want to spend my lifetime loving you, if that is all in life I ever do. And then, I love you to my dying day. Come what may. These are like two of my favorite, Zorro and Moulin Rouge. You know, so check out Moulin Rouge, the Elephant Love Medley. That's like every favorite song all wrapped up in just in one medley. Okay, let's get the cherry on top. So the cherry on top is just characteristics. It's just a good. See, normally I drink water with my lunch. I know I should stop talking about water. And look, you got water sensitive. There you go, that figures. Sensitive without water. Fire playful. But I like bubbly water, and we are all out of bubbly water, and I did not go reach for just the regular bottled water. Instead, I made myself some tea. And that probably was not a good idea. Water nurturing. Water does nurture you, you guys. So drink your water. Don't be like me. Okay. Anything else? All right, we'll stop right there. So now let's take a look at your charms. Got this big spider. If you want to know more how I feel about spiders, check out the charms on pile 1. I go into this a very long story. It's not that long, but I like spiders. All right, you have new bohemians, and what stuck to it? Ooh, interesting. Ooh, we have a past life attached to this new life. So this is like being wild and bohemian and free, like, oh, just this new wildness. But it could resemble something that you were before that you have to complete, like some kind of unfinished business contract or something. You've got the optimistic pig. You have the candlestick, which is like date nights. Oh, you got the Elephant of Memories. Memories are good. Nostalgia's good. This feeling of familiar, like he seems so familiar to me. But staying stuck in nostalgia in the good old days is not always the best energy. It's okay to reminisce and remember, but definitely, you know, try to be in the now as much as you can. You've got Pisces, intuitive. You have a nice, stable, steady pentacle. You have the number 4. That came out in pile 1 as well. And you have St. Thomas Aquinas, which kind of goes good with Frollo's hunchback story, like God save the outcast. So this is all about, you know, taking care of the less fortunate, and also having to deal with teachers and students and that. So there could be some issues as far as school is concerned. You've got believe and enough. Believe you're enough. We have number 13 and number 15. So 13th, today is the 13th. Something could be happening today towards the 15th, or maybe next month. Ooh, maybe you're fertile. So some of you could be getting the baby vibes. There's music here. But if you're not into the baby vibes, you're definitely, something new is happening. Some new energy is about to begin. And every pile, there seems to be some kind of clue about ancestors. I feel like the ancestors, so the dragonfly represents ancestors in the grass whispering and talking to you. And actually, that's funny because I was about to make some dragonfly wings. But this is kind of reminding you to pay homage to your ancestors by the end of the month. You know, make sure you make a little altar or something for them, or do whatever feels good to you. You know, it was any kind of ritual, or like in pile 1, pile 2, put a lantern in the window. And then you have the little birdie with small talk. You know, it can be like lighthearted banter with somebody, but some communication is coming. And we have the fairy. So follow the fairies too. The fairies are great guides. Acorns is about fall, things happening and blossoming in the fall. And the starfish, even though it's a starfish, does represent also still faith and hope and dreams coming true. And you have the house. So some of you are moving or have moved, or maybe you're going to get a little cottage or getaway with somebody, or you're going to spruce up your house or something. So house related things could also have to do with home business, but as far as love's concerned, it could be, yeah, a romantic love nest or getaway with somebody. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that, and feel free to comment below. Oh, I love all of you, and thank you so much for being here and supporting this channel. To all of my subscribers, thank you. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And I want to shout out all my members. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel and all your extra effort that you put into it. Starting with my Platinum Pixies, Claudia Lane and Lupe C, my Golden Fairy, Leo Sunchild, my Twin Flame, Luisa Silva, my Full of Faithers, Anastasia, Sunny King, Arrow's Mind, Wild Owl Rose, and Blissful, my Sparkles of Light, J.R.A.A. Kim, Valeska, Chrissy, Jessica D, Jessica Johnson, Mona, Mystic Mountain Dance, Brian, and Shayla. Hi, I forgot to say hi to you last time. And my patrons, Melanie, Trini, and Sylvian. Oh gosh, I think there's a new patron. If you didn't hear your name, you know, yell at me and I'll try to remember to call you out next time. But thank you so much. Definitely will honor you some way. But you know, you get your free reading. So if you want that reading that goes with your monthly subscription, then just be sure to email me and let me know before the end of the month. All right, you guys, thank you so much again for being here and sitting through this. And it was my pleasure to do your weekly reading for you. So I'll see you next week or sooner. I probably will be going live probably Friday night or maybe Saturday morning. We'll see. No, not Saturday, because I'm going to the Renaissance Festival Saturday. So we'll see if we squeeze in Friday. But anyway, see you soon. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.